Hi, everybody. Welcome to Cover the Spread here for Saturday, June 21st, 2025. And hey, if you're new to Cover the Spread, welcome aboard. Glad to have you here joining us on the Saturday slate. Hey, we got 3 MLB. We'll try to knock them out the park for you here on the Saturday's Cover the Spread edition. As always, we'll get to the cappers, see how they're doing. At least we know we get to see a game 7 in the NBA. That should be an exciting one, but that'll be for tomorrow's Cover the Spread. So let's get to today's action here on Saturday. Let's kick it on over to Ramon. How are you doing here on the Saturday, Ramon?
Hey, real good. Yeah, waiting for tomorrow's big game, but we've got some great Major League Baseball. That's what Saturdays in June are all about. So we're going to try to bring some winners here on Cover the Spread. I brought a winner to us on Thursday. Going to do it again right here.
Right, if I'm not mistaken, officially the first day of summer, so we are definitely in those dog days of summer. So we'll definitely get you some MLB. I don't know, Al, how you doing here on this Saturday?
Well, glad the Pacers came through on the spread and covered that for us. Unfortunately, I'm a little upset I didn't make my official play the money line, but hey, we'll take the win nonetheless there and move on to Game 7. So as I said, we're hoping for that to happen, and sure enough, we'll get some NBA back for everyone here soon enough. But sticking to baseball for now, and 3 good picks coming up. So let's get to them.
Yeah, definitely. We're looking for a bounce back here. Well, we know I lost on Thursday's action with the Blue Jays. Gausman. I guess you can't spell ass without Gausman sometimes. Got me on that one. So looking for the bounce back with Friday's pending. But hey, let's get into Saturday's action. In the first game we're looking at here, we got the Cubs in action. Cubs taking on Seattle. This is Al's game. He's going to get a start here on the Cubs and Mariners. Who's going to get this one for us on Saturday? I don't know where to Al. Al, what do you got?
Yeah, I think we see ourselves pretty nice little pitchers, at least a pitching match. I don't know if I'd call it a pitcher's duel, although I think you could. These guys don't have the best numbers coming into this one, but they've looked a lot better recently than the start of their seasons. Both of them giving up some runs early. Hancock especially still trying to improve his numbers from his season opener where he gave up 6 runs and just got 2 outs in that one. So didn't even complete his 1 inning and gave up six runs in that one. But he's been pretty solid ever since, and really good over the last month, even better over the last couple of weeks. On the other side, you got Horton, who did give up 4 to the Tigers recently, but other than that, he's been pretty solid. And I think he gets despite Hancock's current form, I think the Cubs do still have the better lineup here, and I think Horton does get more run support, which should give us a Cubs win here. So I'm going to take the Cubs at home to get the job done with Horton. And yeah, you could look at the under as well, but I think my stronger play is on the side, so give me the Cubs here to get the job done.
Head on over to Ramon. What do you like hearing this one? Seattle or the Cubs here on Saturday?
Yeah, I'm going to look to the total here in this one with the Cubs and Seattle. Yeah, Horton definitely picking up pace a little bit here. I mean, I think the same could be said for Hancock, but the Cubs in a bit of a string of unders here of late heading into this series. They had gone under in 5 of their last 6 and 7 of their last 10. 7 of the last 8 meetings between these two interleague foes had gone under, including 4 of the last 5 here in Wrigley. So I think with these two right now, Seattle's offense coming in here trying to find their way, it feels like here right now. I'm going to end up going under here in this one on Saturday with the Cubs and the Mariners. Check the weather, but looks like a pretty okay day out there. I'm going to go under Cubs and Mariners on Saturday.
Definitely does look like an okay day here in Chicago for this game. So hopefully enjoy the as official day of summer, right? So for me, looking at this one here, Seattle and Chicago, both these guys have been pitching well, Hancock and Horton. So for me, I'm going to go right back to the Nerfy here in this one. Both these squads lower scoring games. So give me the no runs first inning here. I think both of these guys can get us 3 outs and get us that Nerfy here in this one, which will also help lead us to that under for there, Ramon. lower scoring one here between these two squads. Kind of agree there. The Cubs bullpen is pretty good as well. No slouches as well. Once you get past Horton, those numbers are very good for the Cubs bullpen this season. So, hey, that wraps up the first MLB game we're looking at here today. Next one we got on the slate. It's one here that I'm looking at, and here's one. I'm going to go the opposite direction. I think we see some runs here in this matchup. Going, we got the Mets taking on the Phillies here in this matchup, and you look at what the Mets, they got Canning going on the bump here for the Mets, and give it to Canning. He had a good start to his year, but he's definitely seen some regression his last time out, giving up 6 earned runs. A few bumps before that, he gave up 4 earned runs. This is the Canning that I remember from the Angels, giving up runs early and often against the Phillies squad. I think they'll be able to get to Canning here in this one. And then on the other side of things for the Phillies, yes, it's McAble going. He's been well in the few starts, small sample size with McAble going for the Phillies here in this one. But after McAble, what do you get? You get the Phillies bullpen. That's not very good there. We know they can give it up and give up runs plenty. I expect this total between 8, 8.5. I think we can easily get to 9, 10 runs between the Mets and the Phillies here on Saturday. So give me the over in this one. We'll head it over to Al. What do you like here in this one? The Mets for the Phillies on Saturday.
Yeah, actually, like McAble here to get the job done early. So I might look at the Phillies in the first 5 innings, but as you mentioned, after that, it could get pretty tricky with these bullpens. Definitely got the disadvantage there. So I like McAble better than Canning, but so again, I'm looking. Probably my strongest play is going to be on the Phillies first 5, but then again, once you get deeper into this ball game, I might start looking at the Mets actually on the full game. But I guess it's Phillies first 5 for me.
Head on over to Ramon. What do you like here in this one? Mets or Phillies here on Saturday?
I think I'm going to end up on the Phillies in this one. The Mets seem to have some kind of mental block here, it feels like right now, with the losing streak that they had heading into the weekend. So fact that they have to come in here on the road, division opponent here. You got a young pitcher like Abel. He's pitching pretty darn good for sure. He's handled the pressure here so far. So Canning's done a nice job. I'd really prefer to look at him at home right now. And with Abel coming in here with an ERA just a little over 2, I'm going to end up on the Phillies here in this one to win over the Mets on Saturday.
Definitely agree with you guys on the Phillies side of things, because it's just, as I said, that regression from Canning is it's definitely for real. Hey, that wraps up the 2 baseball we looked at. We got one more on the slate for you here. On the side is actually Ramon's game. He's going to get us started in this one. And we got the Diamondbacks heading into Colorado to take on the Rockies. Head on over to Ramon. What do you like here in this one? Arizona or Colorado here on Saturday.
Well, it was a good week for Colorado. I don't know how long it can continue right now. Pretty good job to get a few wins here, but heading in here with Palmquist and that 7 3/4 ERA right now, taking on a Arizona team trying to get back in it really a little bit here. They're seeing the teams above them kind of get away right now. They've had some pitching woes, but they do have a Merrill Kelly here going 3.41 ERA coming into this one. So Arizona's had won 8 of the last 11 meetings between the two heading into this weekend series, and Colorado, has had some struggles at home. Amazingly, they were doing all their damage recently on the road. So back in the thin air here, and you got some really bad numbers for this Colorado lineup against Merrill Kelly. The bulk of this lineup expected today is 6 for 72 against Merrill Kelly, including McMahon, 2 for 23, Brenton Doyle, 1 for 15, and Estrada, 2 for 14. So I'm going to go with Arizona here on the road, on the run line at Colorado on Saturday.
Head on over to Al. What do you like here in this one? Arizona, Colorado here on Saturday.
Yeah, I might look at the I agree on the side there, but I might look at the over for my play here. Yeah, Kelly definitely the better starter, but he has not been perfect lately, so I think we get a little bit of help here. from the Rockies, I think we should be able to cruise to the over here, as I expect the Diamondbacks to go off on Palmquist.
And for me here in this one, I like the Arizona Diamondbacks team total over. I think they'll do the bulk of the heavy lifting here against Palmquist, who, as Ramon alluded to, with the 7 ERA. Yikes. Definitely not so good there. And then when you get to the Rockies bullpen, they're sporting at least another 4 there. So even I'm expecting a higher total here for Arizona, probably at least 5.5, maybe even 6.5. Wouldn't surprise me at all seeing one of those super high team totals, even at 6.5. I'm taking the over with Arizona in this one. I think Arizona themselves could probably get to 7, 8, maybe even 9 runs in this one. Especially in a hot day in Colorado, we know what the ball does. It flies out. And I think Arizona definitely do the bulk of the heavy lifting there for us. Hey, that wraps up the MLB slate here for Saturday. Let us know in the comment section below what you think of the 3 games we covered here on the Saturday slate. And as always, we'll do a quick little recap for you here on the 3 games we covered. First game we looked at, we got the Cubs going. This is Al's game. He says, take the Cubs here in this matchup over Seattle. Lay the -1 here. We know it's the Al special.
Yeah, I forgot to mention it. Thanks for bringing it up, Rod. But yeah, definitely -1 for me. Money line and run line there on the Cubs.
The Al special. And then the next game we looked at, we got the Mets rolling. And the Mets taking on the Phillies here in this one. I think we see plenty of runs here on a Saturday afternoon with these 2 pitchers going. Take the over in this matchup. And then we got Ramon's game, and he's got Arizona taking on the Rockies here in this one with Merrill Kelly going. Arizona lay the run line here as they beat up on the Rockies in this one Saturday. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Have yourself a wonderful Saturday, everybody. And as always, what are we doing here? Covering the spread.